Here we go. You're gonna have to let me know. You're gonna have to let me know in the chat if you can see this. Hi! Okay, good. The preview on my YouTube Dash isn't working for some reason, because YouTube is a very functional website. There we go. Okay, let's see. Close the menu. Dum da dum dum da dum. Actually, pardon me, I'm just futzing about here. Okay. Just closing up some things. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna start this. And I'm gonna have a little tutorial. Wish I could see both the chat and my face at the same time, but it's not working that way, unfortunately. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so as you can see, I have all volumes of this thing. I have all the volumes of this thing, but we're just going to be playing the first volume today. I may make a series out of this. It depends on how people feel about it. So, here we go. You have just crash-landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. You are now completely alone in a strange world. Desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship! Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do. You're not that picky. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, this is awesome. Hang on, what's this now? Is someone approaching? Okay, so I got to pick. I'm going to go with, yeah, usually in a dating sim or a friend sim, pardon me, in this kind of the picking who you're going to romance or befriend in this case, is not this blatant. But let's go with Diamond Zicali. He looks friendly and he has a hot dog that's probably made of bugs, or is a bug. Homestuck, man. But yeah, let's go with Sausage Horns, dude. Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Okay, save. I have no idea. Advances dialogue. Space. Advances dialogue without selecting choices. Navigate the interface. Access gate. Ew. Toggles dialogue skipping. Page up, page down. Hides the user interface. Okay. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? What's up? Oof. Hang on, sorry, I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird looking. I'm kind of uncomfortable about this. Well, I recognize this music. I can't remember where it's from though, but I recognize this music. I hope it's not too loud. Let me know if it's too loud, and I will adjust it. Actually, I'm finding it a little too loud. That's better. Let me know if that's too quiet. Okay. I'm kind of uncomfortable about this. I'm gonna give this guy this voice. Oh, hell, that's the phone. God damn it. I will be right back. Okay, so they hung up as soon as I started talking, interrupting me for nothing. And that's really irritating. I'm really irritated. Anyway, back to this guy. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammery reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of some medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about. Then your eyes drift towards the obvious target. That exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. No, it doesn't! Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Aw, no. I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. Oblong meat products. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color, or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone on this strange new world. I see. So you just want a friend and not my sweet meat? Really? Really? I'm sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes and around my warm sausage. What? god! Oh my god! Wow! Wow! Okay. These are odd way to express the things he's saying, you think, but it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Okay. It's tempting to ask if I could have a bite of his hot dog because it looks amazing. But I think it's a little early in the friendship for that, no matter how hungry I am. So, ask if he lives nearby. Yeah? Or, I used to, I mean. My place was bombed by drones a while ago. I don't have a hide, but I'm making it work out here. I forage for tasty things when I can. I've gotten pretty good at it. Talking people into giving me meat products, I mean. You quickly feel a sense of pity for your new friend. You thought you had it rushed, crash landing here hungry and friendless, and come to think of it, it feels like your arm is broken? Your ribs too, maybe. But enough self-pity. This is about making a new great friend. You asked your friend if there's anything you can do to improve his life. Oh, wait. Are we friends now? Is that, like, official? Man, I don't know. Why don't we slow it down a bit, see how things go? I'm not saying it's out of the question, I just think I should take some time to see if you're actually friendship material. Someone I trust, you know? Not another looky-loo gunning for my delicacy. Oh, damn, you got out over your skis again. Of course he's right. This is totally reasonable. You feel sure you can do what it takes to win him over. You make a mental note to avoid looking at or mentioning his hot dog, since it seems to be such a sensitive subject. You do everything in your power to avert your gaze from the hot dog. You are aggressively not looking at it, in fact. Don't think hot dog thoughts. Don't think hot dog thoughts. It's working. You aren't thinking about hot dogs at all. It's like he's not even holding one. Like no one ever brought up the fact that hot dogs exist. He seems to notice on a primal level your current non-hot dog mindset. He smiles. You pay closer attention to the boy's face. It's a nice smile he has, actually. Kind of very kind, disarming, a few freckles here and there, a mop of messy hair draping over his eyes. What a nice friend this would be to have, you think. He's kind of adorable, really, if you disregard the prickly attitude about his hot dog. Oh, wait a minute. You don't want to start thinking thoughts that are too friendly. You should dial this down a little. Stick to the basics. You just want a cool new friend, nothing more. You should try to spark up some non-meat-related conversation soon before things get awkward. You wonder about his house. It got bombed? Yeah, you know. Routine drone passed through my hood. A little bombing, a little culling. That's how it goes around here. I was a lucky one. My Lucis, not so much. He's a goner. Oh, that's sad. You don't know what a Lucis is. I know what a Lucis is. But you can deduce that it was someone important to him who probably died in the bombing. Yeah, a Lucis is like a combination pet/parent. They're like giant animals that take care of young trolls. It's arguable how intelligent they are, but they're very important to young trolls. So yeah, the loss of his Lucis is very sad. Rather than overwhelm him with annoying questions about his culture, you decide the right play is to show some sympathy. Thanks. I miss him. Sometimes I think I enjoy savory bun delights as a way for covering up the pain. They're so good, though, it's hard to stop. I also favored the juicy meats before he died anyway. It's something we did together, Sniff. How did we start talking about my hot dog once more? Let's drop it, please, dude. Don't bring it up again. You didn't bring it up, but you don't want to correct him. The boy is clearly grieving. You see two faint red tears roll down his cheeks from behind the messy bangs. Your heart can't take it. You have to console this homeless boy somehow. Then he'll definitely be your friend. But what to do? Give him a friendly pat on the back. Give him a reassuring hug. I think the reassuring hug would be coming on too strong, so I'm going to give him a friendly pat on the back. You keep it simple, pat him on the back a couple times. Everything's going to be okay. Since you're his new friend, or at least working towards earning that status, he has a new ally to help him with whatever comes his way. He wipes his tears and appears to get himself back together. Your friendly gesture worked. You're right, I shouldn't let the past get me down. In a way, I'm free. I'm off the grid. They probably think I died. So I don't need to worry about knocks on my door because I don't have a door anymore. Maybe I can live off the land for the rest of my life, scrounging for scrumptious indulgences wherever I may find them. By rummaging through awful drums or smooth-talking the right mark. Sounds like the life, honestly. I miss my Lucis, but I think he'd be proud of me. If I can make it without him, if I can survive on my own, I know he would be proud. Maybe I don't even need to leave the planet. Maybe I can avoid taking the ordeals altogether. I can't test who you can't find. If I play my cards right, I could probably live to a ripe old age on this planet without getting caught. I like hiding in allies and sewers, scream together just enough succulent proteins to get myself going. When this guy talks about meat, it's just weird. I honestly don't even need to get by that long, since I have a much shorter lifespan than most trolls, so I think I might just be able to make this work. You look confused by the last remark, but then don't want to be impolite. He holds up his hand as if to tell you not to bother. I can tell you're not from here. It's okay. Rustbloods don't live a long time. Blood classes higher than me live progressively longer the higher you go up. Sea dwellers live basically forever. It's kind of crazy and seems unfair, but that's how it is. I'd be jealous of them, but I think I'm not. I'm almost grateful I don't have very long to make it in this world. I don't know what I'd do if I had longer. I'm happy to settle into a nice short ride, keep a low profile, take in some good meat along the way. Nothing wrong with that life if you ask me. You understand. It seems like a tragic story, but if your friend has made peace with his destiny, you might as well too. You offer a sympathetic shrug, then continue your impressive streak of consecutive seconds not looking at his hot dog at all. He smiles again. He seems to be relaxing, gripping the dog a little less tightly. That's good. You know, you're good at listening. Not many people understand me at all. A lot of people find my overly possessive attitude towards meaty delights to be strange and off-putting. I've heard that more than once and lost some friends that way. Phew. I think there are some past personal dramas I do not want to think about, let me tell you. I bet you're different. Maybe you put me at ease because it's obvious you're even lower than me? No offense, but you are. Drones would vaporize a hornless goof like you, no questions asked. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. You laugh it off. You're not scared, you say. You've survived worse. You pat your broken ribs and wince. You clutch your sore ribs with your broken arm and wince even harder because of that. Oh man, looks like that arm's hurt, huh? I guess it's broken. Let's see what we can do about that. Here, hold this a second. He hands you his hot dog without hesitation. Oh wow, he wants you to hold it? This is such a remarkable gesture of trust. You're overwhelmed. You gingerly take the hot dog with your good arm, being very careful. You hold the hot dog from beneath with your fingertips as if it's a priceless, delicate treasure. I'm holding a hot dog. He takes off his vest, puts it on the ground. Then he takes off his shirt. You avert your eyes for a moment, then realize that's silly. Nothing particularly indecent about this, you suppose. If he's comfortable, so are you. Then he puts his vest back on, takes the hot dog back from you, and hands you the shirt. Here, make a sling out of it. That should help. He's right. It does help. Your broken arm is a lot more comfortable and secure. The shirt smells like meat, too. You can't tell if you think that's a bonus or if it's weird. It's weird. It's really fucking weird. You decide a team. I don't know if I'm ready to officially call you my friend yet, but I may be getting close. You're pushing all the right buttons, man. Just being someone who listens and understands. You have no idea how much that means to me. You're so happy to hear this. It makes your heart sing. Well, if you're keeping it totally real, some of these things he's saying are a little strange. Like maybe this boy wasn't really socialized properly by his Lucis, you guess? You think that might be his dad, but again, you don't dare ask. Not when the positive feelings are flowing like this. Why kill the mood? He gets a little closer and swoops a hand. Whoops. Fuck. How do I go back? Shit. He gets a little closer, swoops hand through his thick black bangs. For the briefest moments, you catch a glimpse of one of his eyes, regarding you fondly. Your heart beats a little faster. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You're starting to wonder if all he's interested in is friendship? You hope that's all he wants. You don't think you're ready for anything more than that. You're desperate for friendship, or really companionship of any sort, but that's moving pretty fast for you. Oh, hi! Hi. Oh, yeah, you're right. I should save. Moving pretty fast for you. But you're too nervous to make your feelings clear on all this. If he goes further, you're not sure if you'll have the will to protest? Okay, this is getting weird. This is getting super weird. Listen, dude. This gorgeous meat product we both admire, I'm thinking, maybe we share it? I think that sounds good, actually. Oh my, yes, that sounds wonderful. You're so hungry. And you're beside yourself with gratitude that Diamond is willing to share with you something so precious to him. It really means a lot. Here, I have an idea. He brings his face close to yours. He holds the hot dog up between your faces with both ends of the hot dog pointing to his mouth and yours. Is he suggesting the Pocky game? The Pocky game? With a hot dog? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god! I just... Okay, you're not sure what he wants to do? You can't find the breath to ask. It seems like he wants you to eat the hot dog with him, Lady in the Tramp style. Oh, there is another option, so... Yes, if pressed on it, you'd agree the act is uncomfortably erotic. But you have to admit it was a good way to share the food item, whilst ensuring it gets split about evenly. You absolutely loathe the idea of letting your friend down. It's completely at odds with your value as a person. This isn't even the weirdest? Okay, good to know. You chomp down on your end of the hot dog as he does with his simultaneously. Holy shit, that is so good. You take another bite, and he times his bite perfectly. He's eerily good at this game. It's throwing off your chewing a bit, which makes you cough a little when you swallow. But you don't feel like you can pause without breaking eating rhythm with him. Might be what a bad friend would do. You keep going without really quite swallowing as you go. You get closer to his face, which is creating an imminent situation you aren't sure how you're going to handle. You hadn't planned for it, and it's coming up fast. The hot dog backlog collecting in your throat is getting a bit too heavy, so you try to swallow, but you can't. You gag and cough up all the chewed hot dog matter explosively into his face. He recoils absolutely stunned. His bangs are blown back and he's staring at you with wide eyes. Hot dog and bun bits are all over his face. He says nothing for a moment, then he puts his hand to his throat. Oh fuck, he's choking! He points at his mouth desperately. You need to do something. The high look, of course, that's what you need to do. You need to save your friend's life. Get behind him and put your good arm around his belly and form a fist. You plunge the fist under his ribs, trying to dislodge his masticated delicacy. It's no use. You can't get any leverage. You need your other arm. It really hurts, though. You'll have to make this sacrifice for your friend. Yes, a friend who may have just tried to trick you into kissing him with a silly hot dog stunt. You're not sure how you'll navigate that tricky subject once he's breathing again. But you'll deal with that later. Right now, you have a life to save. You pull your broken arm out of its sling and grab your other fist in front of his belly and squeeze. You try and try. His face is turning, well, not blue, deep red. You guess because his blood is rust-colored? Sure, that makes sense. You yank one more time, your broken arm throbbing in pain. A huge glob of chewed hot dog launches out of his mouth like a cannonball, and the explosion creates enough force in the other direction it causes you to actually lift him up into the air, and you accidentally suplex him into the mud behind you! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is so silly. This is so silly. You in turn go tumbling over him, and the two of you are soon locked into an inseparable pinwheel of interspecies downhill mayhem. You roll and roll down the grassy incline towards a nearby neighborhood, towards a street. Luckily, you stop just short of the street, but Damien's neck lands right on the sharp edge of the curb, and after flipping that in the air once or twice, you come down right on his face with your big ass. You hear a crack. Damien? You slap his cheek a little. No response. He's not breathing. You check his mouth. Throat is clear of hot dog debris. Oh, God. This can't be happening. You look around, panic. This isn't what you need right now. All you wanted was a friend. You can't be held responsible for alien murder. Oh, my God! What the fuck? This is so messed up. What the fuck? This is so messed up! Oh my God! You have to hide the body. You see a couple kids creeping out of nearby houses to see what all the commotion is. There's no time. You've got to find a bush or something. There, over there, looks like a little alien bushy thing. It's pretty small, but it'll have to do. You drag the vested, shirtless carcass over to the bush. You dump the body in the bush, and it's really not convincing. It looks like a dead kid was unceremoniously dropped at the top of a small bush in a poor attempt to conceal a murder. You've got to come up with a better... Wait a minute, someone's standing behind you. Hello, stranger. Don't worry about this little mess you've made. I'll take care of it for you. Oh, God! Yeah, suffice to say this is not the good end. No kidding. No kidding. This is not the good end. Okay, that was profoundly disturbing. Okay, did I have any choices? I don't remember. Okay, that's weird that I have those because I haven't played any of those. Okay, I think I'm gonna start over again. Yep, blah blah, crash, friendship, who will do, is someone approaching. Okay. Perhaps he will make a good friend. Okay, so ask him if he lives nearby. So I'm gonna go down the same path because I had the feeling that asking him... Okay. That's very sad. Okay, so last time I gave him a friendly pat on the back. This time I'm going to give him a reassuring hug. You open your arms and approach him with a posture of great compassion. You furrow your brow upwardly a bit as if to say, I know how hard it is. You advance and he leans backward a little as if caught off by your sympathy. Maybe you're coming on too strong? But you know there's no turning back now. You don't just throw the brakes on an imminent, heartfelt hug like this. You embrace him awkwardly and it goes well for a moment until you realize your arm is broken and it seizes up reflexively in pain. It jostles the hot dog in his hand and he bobbles it. You both grasp. You try to detach from the hug so you can catch the dog, but it's already on its way to the ground. Your attempt to save it, you stagger backwards and slip. The hot dog gets smushed under your big dumb ass the moment it makes contact with the ground. Damon lets out a shriek. No! Ah, dude, my dog! You scramble up to get up in time, hoping you're not as owned as it looks. But your feet keep slipping and your butt keeps grinding the hot dog into the mud. When the carnage finally subsides, you roll over and check it out. It's completely unsalvageable. Just gross, meaty mud mush. Like the hot dog never even existed. Diamond howls in agony and slumps backward against the tree. Oh no, you fucked this up so bad. That's it, man. I've lost everything. I'm not sure what the point is of even living anymore. You are absolutely mortified by your clumsiness and foolishness. You have a feeling you'll be thinking about this moment for years to come, during those insecure moments when your mind seems to be looking for any excuse to make yourself cringe with self-doubt and shame. Still, you can't help but feel this guy is being a little unreasonable. It's just one hot dog. There are probably plenty more of those to come by for those who know where to look in this strange world. He himself said he makes a habit of enjoying these, so they can't be all that uncommon. Maybe he just has an unusual psychological disorder surrounding fixation on this particular food item? That could be it. Poor guy. Downward dog? This just means he needs your support as a friend all the more. You won't give up on your friends, or for that matter, people you're trying desperately to become friends with. That just isn't who you are as a person. You have an idea. You run it by him with a sense of optimism and salesmanship. The past is behind you. There's no need to wallow in self-incrimination and guilt over the hot dog incident. Damon pokes up a little. You want to help me get another hot dog? Absolutely. It could be a fun adventure, you say. Something to bond over. Or bring you two new buddies closer together. Okay, you don't say that out loud, but you really hope it's true. I dunno. It could be a long shot. Sometimes it could be days before I'm united with another plump treat. Glistening with perspiration. Steaming, relaxing comfortably in a soft, melt-in-your-mouth loaf. Damn, I really want a hot dog. I guess I don't have much choice but to take you up on your offer, do I? What do you have in mind? It's a good question. You haven't made a plan yet, and frankly, you don't even know where to begin. But he's interested in spending more time with you, which is the most important thing. You'll figure something out. This game is kind of messed up. You decide a display of confidence is called for here, a real show of leadership to improve morale. You smile, hold your head up high, and tell him to follow you. You know exactly what to do. Well, not really, but you give no indication of that at all. After my own heart. He's definitely intrigued. You've got him hooked now, you think. He's probably wondering if he hit pay dirt, finding a new friend with the hot dog hookup. Of course, you don't have the slightest idea where to find a hot dog, but you've got to admit, you're enjoying the feeling of being important and valued by a potential friend. You don't want to do anything underhanded. You can't help but feel you should probably milk this social gambit for all it's worth. This way, you say, as you begin marching confidently in a random direction, he obediently follows and begins rubbing his tummy. You begin to feel nervous almost immediately. You have absolutely no idea how this is going to play out, or if it stands at any chance of resulting in a hot dog at the end of the journey. Oh well, you'll figure something out along the way. You lead him through the streets, winding through the yards of strange-looking houses, and he follows. He takes care to make sure you're both not seen, which could get you both into trouble, apparently. The improvised circuitous route appears to provoke his suspicion. Dude, are you sure you know where a dog is? It seems like maybe you're lost. Oh, absolutely. You absolutely know where to find one, you say. You're just throwing anyone off the tail who might have been following you. He nods solemnly, as if that makes perfect sense. Phew. But you can't keep him guessing like this forever. You've got to do something. Take some bold action to keep his interest in this wiener quest. You say this way, down here. This is a shortcut to the hot dog supply you're privy to. It's the mother lode. In the sewer. Yes, totally. It's just a short trek through the sewer. Shouldn't be another hour or several of sewer trudging. That is, if he still has the will to do what it takes to get his hands on more juicy dogs. Oh, hell yeah. You know it. After you, man. An hour later, you're so deep in the sewer you've lost all bearings and sense of direction. You could be anywhere by now. You've taken so many crazy turns. What a weenie. Oh my god. Still, you don't let up for a second that you're lost. You've made each turn with decisive conviction. He's still following you, but now he's having trouble keeping up. He's out of breath and struggling with the foul smell. Can't say you're enjoying it much either, but you can't let on to the fact that what you're doing now is for anything other than the most casual routine for you. Like you do this every day, just a quick jog through the sewer to hit up this vast mythical trove of meat products. Okay, when you put it that way, maybe this all sounds a bit insane. Still, you're in too deep to second guess yourself now. Hey, I gotta stop and rest. I can't lie. I'm starving for a heavenly frankfurter. But this might be too much for me. I don't think I'm cut out for this. You pause and look back. He's sitting down now, slumping against a filthy sewer wall. You're intensely relieved you may have just won this impromptu game of sewer hot dog chicken. Sewer hot dog chicken. Oh, God. Sewer hot dog chicken, by the way, is the name of my next punk band. More importantly than that, it looks like an ideal time to show some sympathy and have a bonding moment with your would-be friend. You sit next to him and with your broken arm put a hand on his knee in a platonic but deeply understanding way. Your arm hurts when you do this, but it's worth it. Every little gesture counts, making a new friend. I kinda suck. My looseness is gone and I don't have any skills, and most people think I'm weird for liking hot dogs so much. I'm probably just going to get culled. I'm not good at going on adventures or doing anything hard. All I'm good at is finding an easy meal here and there however I can get it. I like talking people out of their fine sausages using tricks or other ploys which end up losing me friends. It's been unthinkable anyone would actually do anything nice for me or would want to have that sweet, sweet meat I desire. At least it was unthinkable until now. Your heart begins to race. Could it be? Is this shitty improvised sewer escapade actually working? You can't believe it. Nobody's ever done so much or worked so hard to try to get my hands on another magnificent banger. Sorry for being emotional, but this is new for me. I don't know how to handle it. I'm just so grateful. I'd be thrilled to call you a friend, man. Whatever you are. You're overjoyed, unbelievable. It's almost too good to be true. What now? It's such a sudden turn of good fortune. You hardly know what to do. Should you hug the guy? Last time that didn't go so well, but this time he's not holding a hot dog for you to clumsily devile. So maybe this is your moment. Wait, what's that? A deep rumbling sound begins to echo through the tunnels. Oh shit! They found us! It's a drone, dude! I guess on sewer duty? We gotta run! He gets up, grabs your hand, and sprints. He's a lot faster than he looks when motivated to get moving. Magnificent Banger is a pretty good band name, too. I agree. Absolutely. He turns this way and that, and the rumbling gets closer. But he slips on something, and you both tumble into a river of horrific sludge. Bro! I can't swim! Help! Your bad arm finds purchase on the ledge, and though it's very painful, you heroically salvage your friend from the muck with the other arm. He coughs and grasps for breath. You find a nearby ladder, shove him upward until he starts climbing on his own and follow him. You burst through the lid in the floor and you both flop out of the hole, drenched in filth, smelling horrible, completely exhausted. But at least you're safe, you think. Hey man, I just want you to know, even if we didn't find the glorious treasure you were leading us to, I'm happy it all turned out. Maybe I don't need hot dogs in my life as I thought. Maybe that's not the real treasure after all. It's been a journey for me, let me tell you. I'm learning so much about myself, about life, because of you. His bushy hair is slicked back from his eyes due to the sludge. That's not what the picture indicates. He's giving you a penetrating, soulful gaze of, presumably, pure friendship? Or is it even deeper than that? Wow, this is intense. Then something catches your eye, just above him. Something dangling. Lots of dangling things, actually. Come to think of it, it's really cold in here. Freezing, in fact. You finally realize, holy shit! You're in a weird alien meat locker. You're absolutely surrounded by dangling meat products, including many sausages. Thousands of them! You begin to sob. Your sobbing soon turns to unrestrained wailing of raw catharsis. He joins you and the tears flow freely from you both. You embrace each other and let it all out. It suddenly hits you, both of you. This is by far the happiest day of your life. Meet heaven! Yay! Okay, so that was clearly the good end of that route. Yay, meet heaven. I wonder why these are already filled in. I haven't played them. That's really weird. I haven't played these, but they're already filled in. That's really weird. Anyway. Volume 1 of Bloodthirst and Bratwurst. Let's play through blah blah Alternia, blah blah Desperate for Friendship, blah blah Not That Picky, any weirdo will do. Let's pick this weirdo. Ardata Carmia. Yes, someone is approaching, a strange gray-skinned alien clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Dear God, just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and you wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Or maybe, oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much. This thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with many maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk away. And just where the fuck do you think you are doing? Sorry, just what the fuck do you think you are doing? Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks immediately and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but this does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunter pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out in 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So instead, I think I'll be safe. I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside? Or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she can insult you some more? Probably that second one. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh, my dear, you're sad? So amusing to me. Mildly endearing, even. Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing, once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease, you completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose. You've gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress. Agreed? Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for. A new friend. Oh gosh. All you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all. Possibly for many hours. Come into my hive. This way after me. You look like you could use nourishment. Doing this voice is hard on my throat. I need more ginger ale. Also, I'm stuck like this. I don't know what it is whatever you are eats, generally. But it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? Yeah, come into my web, said the spider to the fly. Yeah, very much so. How does it sound? It sounds good. I'll do whatever you say. Obviously it sounds good. You will definitely enjoy it. You will enjoy everything I provide you with and tell you to do. I can't imagine any sort of negativity or disagreement coming from one of my friends. Oh boy. I will assume that we share this philosophy when it comes to friendship. You say, oh yes, absolutely. You nod as enthusiastically as you can, without aggravating your broken ribs. You consider giving her a thumbs up as well, until you realize one of your arms is probably broken too. You try to make sure she doesn't notice, though. It would probably leave a bad impression. Oh dear. Come with me. There's something I need your help with. You follow her into her hive. It's a bit gloomy in here. You suppose she's going to fix you something to eat soon, as promised. You pass to her kitchen and out the other side to another room. Okay, you guess dinner can wait. This way. Try not to let any of your broken limbs slow you down. A good friend wouldn't allow such trifling physical ailments to cause me any inconvenience. Oh, so you guess she does know you're injured? Fair enough. You hobble a little faster, through another door and into a much darker room. And now, down a flight of stairs? It's hard to see. There are torches along the wall ahead. A monstrous noise rumbles below. I have such a bad feeling about this. Don't mind her. She's just hungry. She's always hungry, though. What's that? You're hungry, too. What's that? You're hungry, too? Oh, no. What's that? You're hungry too? I have not forgotten. What sort of piece of shit friend do you take me for? You didn't remind her that you're hungry. You fought it, though. Can she read your mind? You hope not. That's going to make this friendship in progress a bit awkward. Here we are. This is where you will be most useful to me as a friend. You look around. With a sense of relief, you see no sign of whatever hungry thing was grumbling down here. You are less relieved to see several other kids trapped in cages of various shape and size. One of them makes eye contact with you. The boy is the same kind of alien as her, horns and all. He has a dark red symbol on his shirt. His expression seems to plead with you. He struggles as if to say, help. Your new friend looks unamused and twitches her finger. Helplo, he says. Helplo. By which I mean, hello, of course. Looks like you're the new friend in progress chosen by the great and beautiful Ardata. She's my savior, my reason for being. I am nothing without her. I'd hollow myself out and let her make a nest inside of me, if she'd permit it. Oh God, this is creepy. You turn away from this boy. You don't want to hear anything he has to say ever again. Don't mind him. He's always regarded himself as a comedian. Come over here. This is what I need your help with if you're going to have any value to me as a friend. You're led to a dank corner of this, well, you're going to call it like you see it. This dungeon. Your new friend has a dungeon full of sad, suffering children, and presumably a monster lurking somewhere in here as well. It's not ideal. Then again, social beggars like you can't be choosers. I've been having an awful time with it. You can do it for me. It will save me time. You look at the thing in question, no doubt she's been having an awful time with it. You doubt this because it's still in the box, looking completely untouched since it was brought down here. It's a box containing a table? A table that looks ominously like it was designed to keep a person strapped to its surface. I will need you to assemble it. Here's a screwdriver in case you need it. I will assume other required tools are contained within the box. You take the screwdriver with your non-broken arm. This isn't exactly what you had in mind. You don't know what you had in mind, really. A warm meal, a friendly banter? Perhaps a sling for your arm and a remedial balm for your ribs? Still, you open the box without protest. Hold on, before you start, this will make for excellent content. My fans will appreciate this. She sets up a video recording device on the tripod and points it at you. A video feed comes to life on several monitors just behind you. You see in the one corner of the screen an unflattering angle of your torso hunched over the furniture box. Wee! Murder IKEA! Yeah, Murder IKEA and creepy YouTuber. Other rectangles contain shots of the other kids in cages around the room. You suppose cameras are pointing at them, too. You had no idea this friendship came with the perk of instant stardom. Now you may begin. She's suddenly sitting in a comfortable-looking chair facing you, holding a chalice, swishing around some viscous liquid it contains. You have all the parts spread out on the floor, organized according to their labels on the instructions. You try to remember the last time you assembled something like this. You don't recall enjoying it. To be perfectly honest, this doesn't look like it will be fun at all. She frowns conspicuously. Oh, how sad for you. I'm sorry. Is this activity not to your liking? You reassure her vigorously that no, it actually looks amazing. You love shit like this. It's what you were born for, you say as you swoosh the screwdriver around, demonstrating your plainly evident skill with the tool. Forget the thing you just thought. Completely arbitrary, wrong thoughts pop into your head all the time. It meant nothing, you swear. Yes, I hear that a lot. Continue. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus! Oh yeah, there is a baby grub picture for an Erlusus in the background. There is. And yes, of course, it's a spider. Or it looks like a bug of some kind. It looks kind of like a spider. You open the little bag full of screws. Jesus, there are like 50 screws to this thing. Where could most of these screws possibly even go? Judging from the picture, the table doesn't really seem that complicated. You look at your screwdriver, then study the screws. Every single one of them requires an Allen wrench. How would screws require an Allen wrench? Fuck it. Does this thing even come with an Allen wrench? The instructions seem to suggest it does. You look around, but you don't see one. Did you open the bag too forcefully? Did the Allen wrench go bouncing off into a dark dungeon crevice nearby? Maybe you lost some of the screws, too. Damn it. You begin to sweat and look around nervously. You check underneath one of the parts. No, it's not under there. You grip the little screwdriver a little tighter. You wonder what to do next. It's tempting to get the hell out of here. First, you clear your head and try to think innocent thoughts. Fluffy clouds in the sky. Ironing some clothes. A winning touchdown pass from the sports. Our dada's long black hair spilling over her cloak. Wait. These are not innocent thoughts. Shut it down, shut it down. There's no time for thinking. You have to act. You hurl a screwdriver at her and run. She calmly lifts a hand towards one of the kids in cages. The kid tenses up and lifts a hand in the direction of the screwdriver. The screwdriver freezes midair right in front of our dada's head. You run up the stairs. She twitches a finger and the cage kid does a full body spasm, and the screwdriver goes sailing towards you. It stabs deep into your leg and you buckle over, tumbling backward down the stairs. You're crumpled heap at the bottom of the stairs, bleeding, and you think your arm is broken in 2 places now. That didn't seem very friendly to me. Luckily for you, I'm very determined to make relationships work. Even ones with people who flee simple furniture assembly projects. She stands over you. You attempt to pull the screwdriver out of your leg, but your entire body locks up. You can't move. She holds an outstretched hand just above you. You shouldn't try to move yet. And you certainly shouldn't try to pull out that screwdriver. You'll get blood everywhere. To my 3 little eyes, under the present conditions, it seems to me that only one of us should attempt walking up these stairs. You feel relieved. Perhaps she has some alien means of levitating you up the stairs? Wait, no. Your body is tensing up again. It's moving without your permission. You get to your feet without taking the screwdriver out. Wow, that hurts. What is she making you... Wait, she can't be? You use both of your arms and all of your strength and pick her up entirely. The pain from your arm is excruciating. Arms with broken bones are not meant for heavy lifting. The additional weight on your wounded leg isn't great either. You hold her as a groom would hold a bride. She wraps her arms around your neck to hang on to you in what strikes you as an awfully familiar manner. She looks directly into your eyes and grins. This is better. Now, onward and upward, new friend. Your legs begin to operate without your consent. They wobble and struggle under the weight. The wound throbs. You lumber up the long flight of stairs, carrying her all the way. You take her back to the kitchen and set her down in a chair seated at the table. You didn't think I'd forget about dinner time, did you? Let's put your unfriendly behavior behind us. It's a good thing for you that I'm benevolent enough to overlook disgusting acts of betrayal. You may have noticed I keep several friends in my hive who I have similarly forgiven. Consider the transgression blood beneath the abattoir. You exhale. Now that she mentions it, yes, you are hungry. Maybe a warm meal will lift your spirits and get this heretofore turbulent friendship back on track. Maybe you'll even get the chance to pull this screwdriver out of your leg. Oh, this can't be good. Oh, but why are you sitting? There's cooking to be done. You stagger mechanically over to the fridge and open it. You pull out a large hawk of some sort of alien mystery meat and put it on the counter. With your broken arm, you reach in anguish for a big dangling meat cleaver. You chop the hawk, wincing with each swing of the cleaver. You place the sliced meat in a frying pan, sear it lightly, and serve it on a plate, very rare, just the way your new friend likes it. You didn't know that's the way she likes it, but you surmise this is what she prefers in a piece of meat, since technically she's the one doing the cooking. You put it on the table in front of her, along with a fork and a knife beside it. Your muscles relax, and apparently you're allowed to control your own body again. She does nothing except for look at you with a pleased expression. You eye the meat in front of her, then the meat on the counter, and the chair on the other side of the table. What should you do? Prepare a plate for yourself? Is that what she wants you to do? Yeah, at least she's not making you cook yourself, yeah. Well, it looks like you're confused. Isn't it obvious what to do next under your own volition? A good friend would know what to do. In fact, I don't think a good friend would take nearly as long to decide what the right thing to do next is. It actually seems to me that a very rude friend would hesitate for as long as you're hesitating. Or perhaps someone who's not a friend at all. You begin to sweat again. You clearly don't have much time to make up your mind. If you wait for a few seconds longer, you will probably be guilty of being a bad friend, maybe even a dreadful one. That's not the type of person you like to think you are. Oh, this is messed up. What will you do? Oh, feed her is the only option. You don't get an option to feed yourself, just feed her. This looks like the only obvious thing to do. She's looking at you quite expectantly. You reach for the fork with your good arm. You go for the knife with your other. Ow. You can't do it. The arm is much less serviceable when the muscles are not being forced via psychic override to disregard the pain response. Nevertheless, you look at her. She looks at you patiently and smiles. That's nice of her, you think. Not to be mad about it. You feel like you're growing closer to your new friend by the minute. This is so fucked up. You put the fork down and pick up the knife with your good arm. You cut the meat into several pieces with careful sawing motion. You put the knife down and pick up the fork and stab a piece. You put it close to her mouth. She seems pleased. Very good. Nice technique. Well-sized morsels, too. She chews the meat with excellent form. She has very good table manners, you think. When she finishes the pieces, you slice off some more and continue. The meat does look very good. Your mouth is watering, but she doesn't offer you any. Oh, well, when it's the right time for you to eat, too, you're sure she'll let you know. Oh, that's funny. Meal is finished. There's no more meat except for a few pieces of unchewable gristle, which you did not try to feed her. That would be thoughtless. Very bad service. She reclines, steeples her fingers, looking quite pleased with how the evening has gone so far. You aren't sure why she's laughing. Did you do something funny? Oh my! What a fool. You point at yourself, wondering if she's referring to you. You don't know what you've done. Was that foolish, if so? You don't know what you've done that was foolish, if so. You're also still not sure what she finds so amusing. Ha 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 ha. She pauses her laughter for a minute or two, then slowly begins to frown. A faint blue tear rolls down her cheek from her bottom eye. The truth is, I don't even know why I'm laughing. This isn't very funny, what's happening here. It was a good dinner. You did a good job, whoever you are. She puts her face in both of her hands and sobs quietly. You have no idea what to do about this. You stand there, still holding the fork, feeling a bit useless. There is a lot of pressure, you know, being so respected and admired for your high status in this world. I didn't ask for this, to be so superior to so many. Much is expected of you. Much is presumed about what your personality will be before you even develop one. You work hard, build a brand, based only on what you think people assume you should be like. Sometimes I wonder, am I even that good at being sinister? Could I be more sinister if I tried harder? Maybe this is not my true calling after all. What the fuck? You begin to offer words of sympathy. This all seems heartbreaking to you. Your poor new friend, but your jaw muscles contract and your mouth shuts involuntarily. You guess it's not your turn to speak yet? Okay, that works for you. You like to be a good listener to your friend. This is... Oh my god, this... Oh, this is so toxic and fucked up. But what would happen if I changed my brand? If I stopped being so sinister online? My friends and followers will deride and reject me. My superiors will eat me alive. If I show weakness, if I scale back on my bloodthirsty content, will I incur the scorn of a wise-ass clown with 100 million subscribers? Will I be in a cage someday, listening to a fucking fool honk his horn for likes? No, I must persist. How lonely it is to know that this is all I can do until the day I leave this planet. I have no material or sensory comforts left for me here, until I can get a ship and fly away. Pain is my only solace. Your hand holding the fork grips it tighter. You're horrified to realize what it is in the process of doing. You bring it down hard on her hand, which is placed flat on the table. She doesn't flinch or react in any way. The trails of cerulean blood flow from the tines where they pierce her skin. Ew! What the fuck? What the fuck? That wasn't friendly, you think, but then you weren't the one who did it, were you? You're so confused. My subscribers are not real friends. They adore me only for my sinister content. The show I provide, my wicked, infectious laughter. I get jealous of them sometimes because they get to watch my content. It must be thrilling, I think, but maybe I'm just jealous of them because they get to be people who aren't me. This is fucking deep, I know. Apologies if you cannot relate. She pulls the fork out of her hand and lays it gently on the plate of gristle you didn't feed her. The people downstairs in their cages aren't my friends either. They act like they're my friends, though. Sometimes they even believe it. But they don't really want to be friends with me. Nobody does. The only person who's ever really wanted to be my friend, who's ever tried to be, is you. You clear your throat and point to yourself innocently. Who, me? No, I want to get out of here. That's it. I've decided. You have passed the test. You will become my friend, officially. As such, I think a reward is in order. You're overjoyed. Your new heart starts racing. You can't believe it. A real new friend. But you don't have much time to enjoy this achievement. Your body's doing something again. You bend down in a strained motion and pick up the plate and fork. You position the plate over your wide-open mouth and scrape in all the remaining gristle and begin chewing. It's virtually inedible. Your mouth humors the act of chewing for 2 whole seconds, and then you swallow all of it whole in one painful gulp. Tastes like friendship. That is so deeply fucked up. That is so messed up. Okay, so I have completed episode 1, and I actually only intended to do episode 1. I wasn't aiming for a long stream today, and my throat is giving me problems. So that's where we'll end it for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and yeah, that was the good end. Yeah, I get the feeling that the bad ends are even worse. So thanks for joining me today, and I'm really glad you could join me, and if you're watching this later, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day, have a good 4/13, and enjoy. And, let me know, either in chat or in comments or in the Discord, or basically however you want to get a hold of me. If you want to see me play more Hiveswap Friendsim, if you want me to make a series out of it, just let me know. So, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you again next time. Bye-bye.